Here we go. We're starting this week by becoming a dragon slayer. Just rip the head off of Elvarg. Woo! Well, that's kind of anticlimactic. Anyway, there we go. Dragon Slayer 1 complete. Now we have the ability to equip rune and dragon plate bodies. We can also buy them from this guy, but as you can see, they're quite a bit right now. Is this understocked or is this normal? Anyway, we do not have 84,000 coins. We only have 45,000, so we're gonna need to get some money. Anyway, welcome back to week 4. We got 2 big goals this week. We want to get our Dragon Scimitar, which will involve completing Monkey Madness. We'll also have to complete Grand Tree, because that is a prerequisite that we do not have. And then we're also going to try to get our Dragon Defender, which is going to involve getting our combat stats up a little more so we can go in the Warriors Guild. But we only need a little bit more. But we're going to get the Dragon Defender first. That way, that just helps us train faster. Or not Dragon Defender, Dragon Scimitar. We're going to get the Dragon Scimitar first, help train up our stats here, because that'll give us a higher hit. But before we can do that, we're broke. We need money, so I'm going to go do some Agility Pyramid. Got a nice little cash stack from Agility Pyramid. Also went ahead and high-alked some of the bracelets I had from Temperos, because it didn't seem like they were really good for anything useful. They didn't have teleports or anything like that. But then, surprise, I have 41 Herblore right now. I did that mostly by killing that one dude for Sinister Keys. But with that, I have a good amount of prayer potions to get us started and some energy potions. And I wanted both of those for Monkey Madness because I'm too scared to do that quest on the hardcore without prayer potions. I've done that quest maybe twice over the years, and both times it did not go well for me. But before we can do Monkey Madness, we gotta quick get the Grand Tree quest knocked out real quick. So it shouldn't take too long, just a lot of running and then killing a demon. And there we go. That is the demon dead. And there he runs off now that we killed his friend. Now we just gotta go talk to the king and find out what roots have the poison that's killing the tree stashed in them, I believe, and then we'll be done. Of course, in my luck, it's going to end up being like the last root I search is the one I need. It actually is. It's actually going to be the last. I think this is the last route. This is the only one I haven't searched. Okay, well, now I'm just confused. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I missed this one. I did these ones. Where is this thing? I'm pretty sure I searched every route in here. I guess I'm going back through. Make sure the chat doesn't say anything. Maybe I missed, like, this route. Oh, okay. I apparently missed one. But did end up searching all of them. Yeah, okay. There we go. Grand Tree complete. Gives us a bunch of attack, agility, and magic XP, and Gnome Glider access. But more importantly, we can get started with Monkey Madness so we can get that Dragon Scimitar. Alright, I'm a bit scared, but there's nothing left for us to do but to get started and see how it goes. I'm gonna do everything in my power not to mess it up and die. I think with the prayer potions we should be fine though, because we can just protection prayers for a lot of stuff, and it should be good. That's at least what I'm telling myself. Alright, we've made it to Ape Atoll. This is where it gets a little scary. I'm just gonna protect from range right away as I run to this. Because I forget at what moment I need to have it on. Probably not here, I would imagine. Okay. I'm just gonna... No, I'm gonna just leave it on. All these guys are gonna shoot me. And then we collapse. Okay. Alright, now we just gotta break out of prison. I just gotta wait for this gorilla to walk away so I can pick this lock. Escape. Oh. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't like this place. This place sucks. Okay, I got protect from range. In charge. Just to make sure I don't get shot by those guys. If I do, then the protect from range I need. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing fine. Okay, this is the main part I'm scared of. This part terrifies me. If we can make it through this part, then I'm confident I can do the rest. But I don't like this part at all. We gotta run. Is my guy gonna run? What the hell? This is the worst part in the quest. To me, anyway. I don't know if it's that way to other people. But I have died in here before. Partially due to running out of prayer potions, or like prayer, so that's why I made sure I had prayer potions before doing this. And some energy potions so I can just keep running. Because without protect from melee, these monkeys hit. There's also falling rocks if you haven't noticed, like that. But we just gotta keep running. Sandwich lady, this is not the place for you. Leave. Leave with your life. Just gotta keep an eye on my run energy and my prayer, and everything will be okay. So I tell myself. Come on. This is the longest run ever. Why don't the monkeys attack the sandwich lady? Not only is she a person, she has a basket full of food. Surely the monkeys would love. Keep it going, keep it going. Are we almost to the end? My heart is racing in here. Come on. Where am I going? Okay, this is the end right here. Oh! Oh my god, I can relax. I can relax. Okay. I just gotta talk to this guy. Alright. It's time for the demon fight. Gotta use this, I believe. Oh no, we wear it. We wear it. My bad. And then we're gonna need protect from magic, I think. Protect from magic. Here's hoping it's protect from magic. There we go. Where's the demon? That's the demon. Get him, gnomes. As long as I keep this prayer up, we should be safe. There is a safe spot for this, but we have to get the last hit, and this is, I think, just easier for us to gain the last hit if we just stand here and pray magic. But it'll take a second. There we go. That is the demon dead. We saved all the gnomes. Now we just gotta return to the king. Hi, king, I saved everybody. It's finally over. We didn't die. It was a great time. There we go. Monkey Madness 1 complete. That gives us access to Apatol where we can buy that Dragon Scimitar. And I believe he's gonna give us a little bit of training. Maybe. Is it this guy? You give us our training? Yes, he gives us the training. I want strength and stamina. He said hardly any time at all. You tell me several hours later. I feel like that's not hardly any time. There we look at that XP. So, it gave us a level in attack and strength, and maybe it gave us. Yeah, it gave us a level. It gave us a level or 2 in defense. Anyway, that's great. Now we just gotta head to Apatol and buy our scimitar. All right, where do I buy this scimitar from? Probably the sword icon, I would imagine. Look at that. It's beautiful. Let's get on out of here. Isn't that just the prettiest thing you've seen? Now we just need our another thing we wanted to do this week was get our Dragon Defender, and we're gonna need to get our combat stats up a little bit higher, because we need, I think, 130 total between attack and strength to enter the Warriors Guild in order to do that. So we got a little bit of combat training to do, and then we can get started on the Dragon Defender. So we got our combat stats up. Good enough to go to the Warriors Guild, 130 combined between attack and strength. But before we head over there, we gotta finally stop by my man here and finally buy ourselves a rune plate body. Now we're looking good, sort of. Our gloves, boots, and necklace. I mean, those aren't looking the greatest, but ignore those. Ignore those. Everything else is looking great. Now I can just head over to the Warriors Guild. Alright, here we are at the Warriors Guild in Berthope. So if for some reason you don't know how this works, the room that you actually get the defenders in, the Cyclops room, costs tokens to enter, and the way you get the tokens is by taking a set of armor and animating it here and then killing it. And so we need to save up a bunch of tokens because it's going to take us a while to get the defenders. We're going to have to spend a lot of time in the Cyclops room. So to just start things off, all we have to do is just sit here and kill some armor for quite a bit. As you can see, when it dies, it drops Warriors Guild tokens along with the armor again. And then we just animate it once again and kill it. And we're just going to sit here and do this until probably we're at 2,000 tokens, and then we'll try our luck in the Cyclops room and see if we can get good drops on the defenders. Alright, we got our 2,000 tokens. So if you're unaware of how this works, the Cyclopses here are who drop the defenders, and it costs us 10 tokens a minute that we are in there, which is why we had to get a bunch of these. Now, in order to get our Dragon Defender, we have to work our way up the tiers of defenders. So we have to get the Bronze Defender first. When we show this lady here, the Bronze Defender, then the Iron Defender, can drop in here. And we have to go all the way up. Iron, whatever, Rune Dragon. I don't remember all the different types off the top of my head. But that's what we're going to be doing here for a while. Hopefully we get it in 2,000 tokens. If we don't, then we just go back and kill more of the animated armors. And I think it might cost us 100 just to get in this room. But we'll see. I don't know what all dialogue here I gotta... Yeah, so you need 100 tokens just to enter. Let's see if I can figure out what dialogue to let me in. Will she just let me go? There we go, okay. So, we're just gonna have to, get to killing Cyclopses. And I did bring prayers because they are a little bit higher level and they'll just help me from getting hurt. We'll check back in when we get our first one. Oh my god, there we go. We got our bronze defender finally. Let me tell you, RNG has not been on our side. Let's get out of here. That's 207 Cyclops kills for what's supposed to be a 1 in 50 chance. In the meantime, I got 3 adamant two-handed swords, which are a 1 in 100. And then I got the rune javelin drop, which is, I didn't realize at the time I got it. This is also pretty rare. But we're definitely going to need more tokens if this luck continues, because, yeah, I hope we get lucky with the other ones. So you might notice, game looks a little different right now. Throughout the series, I've been going back and forth off camera as to what graphics plugin to use. And I think I'm starting to lean towards the GPU plugin here. Because we're definitely not using vanilla. This looks like dookie. That's what this looks like. But I do kind of like how the HD one looks. But I think at the same time, it's a little too distracting. I don't want to die because I have trouble seeing something I was supposed to see later on. And I've also ran into some weird issues with textures not loading properly. I've also read some stuff that people talk about in some areas later on. It can be pretty laggy, even if you have a beefy computer. And so, if my hardcore dies, I don't want it to be fancy lighting that was to blame. So I think I'm gonna stick with this going forward and just have the simpler, cleaner look. I think it's just my opinion. It's easier to see what is happening. It's less distractions with the shading and lighting. It can make things hard to see. I also haven't liked that in some caves I've been in underground areas, it's just really dark. Or like how dark it was at when I was doing that one murder mystery quest. Anyway, some of you will hate that I'm switching. Some will love it. Honestly, I think even without the reasons I said of the distractions, I do think I kind of just like the simpler, cleaner look more. So yeah, hopefully you like this look too, because this is how it's going to be going forward. The question is, do I get real crazy and start playing fixed as well? This I'm not sold on yet. I do get the argument though that it's faster for clicking back and forth here. But I do like seeing, more of my screen. So this is an option I'll keep open for bosses though. Or, maybe you convince me otherwise. Maybe I do it all the time. I don't know. There we go. There's the Iron Defender. That one came a lot faster. We're at 248 Cyclops kills total. On to the next one. There is the Steel Defender. RNG's coming along. That was pretty quick. We're only at 260 kills so far. There's the Black Defender. We're at 278 kills. So we're getting lucky that all these extra ones after the bronze ones are coming quick. Maybe we still pull it off and we don't need to get more tokens. We'll see. There we go. Another one. 287 kills. RNG is on our side now. There's the Adamant Defender right there. We are up to 333 Cyclops kills. Oh shit, there's the Rune Defender. I don't know how many that was, but that was super quick. What we at? We had 335. So what, let's see. I mean, for all of these defender, while we went way over on bronze, for all the rest, actually, if you combine them all together for, you know, odds are 50 each, we're actually under odds. But with that Rune Defender, this room is not where we get the Dragon one. So to get the Dragon Defender, we actually gotta head out back the Warriors Guild, down this ladder, and these are the ones we get the Dragon Defender from, and they're a lot stronger. But if we show her this, and then same deal as upstairs with the tokens, she'll let us on in and we can get to work trying to get this Dragon Defender. There we go. There's the Dragon Defender. We did that 426, so I think we're under odds on that one too. But now we're looking nice. Now we just need that helmet of however it's pronounced, and we'll be looking great. Also got ourselves a nice little 129,000 from high alking the drops we got from the Cyclopses, so that's not bad. Quick completed Death's Plateau, and got ourselves some climbing boots. Now I think we take this new power of ours and we go see about a rat. I'm familiar with this fight, but I'm still a bit worried. But if it goes wrong, I'll teleport out. At least that's the plan. Alright, we're climbing through. Get our prayer on. See how we do. Okay, we're already off to a bad start. Okay. Oh, I thought we were going to get hit by the rock. We're good, we're good. Oh, I do have auto retaliate. Okay. I wasn't sure if I did. So far, so good. This isn't really the scary part. The scary part is when he gets enraged at the end. Or when he summons the other little rats. That could be a little scary. But so far I think we're doing pretty good damage on him. Oh yeah, this part. We gotta swap our prayers. That's yeah, okay. I didn't know he'd do the rocks while he was eating like this. Okay, this we gotta kill these guys. This is a bit slow with our current weapon, but if we can get the spine drop to make the like that rat mace, whatever it is, then this will go considerably faster. I'm doing a pretty bad job at managing my prayer here, I think. He did get healed up a bit, and I'm gonna have to drink. I did bring prayer potions just in case, but I need to do better at flicking. But if there's a boss to learn at, this is the boss. Hopefully we can get more damage done this eating phase. Oh, we got through that pretty well. What would save me a lot of prayers if I prayer flick the melee part. And I need to switch back to my melee prayer in time there. I keep messing that up. We got him over halfway down, though. My goal would to be at least to get through this without having to drink a prayer potion, because then at the very least I just go refill my prayer at the altar up top. Take out these guys. If we get his spine to make the rat weapon, it makes these guys way faster because you can just like insta-kill them all. Move? Okay. I don't know if that was lag or what that was. It felt like I didn't move it right away. Getting angry yet? He's definitely doing the rocks a lot. Yeah, okay. Okay, chill with the rocks. Oh. Ooh. Okay, I didn't hit hard. Oh, I'm messing up. Take out this rat. This is one of the things that, like, with the HD plugin, with all the shadows and stuff, I just don't know how well I'd be able to see everything going on. Okay, come on, let's get some damage in now. Maybe I just ignore these guys. Just eat through it. No, move. He's summoning more of them. Move off the rocks. Let's keep hitting. We got this. That hurt a little. Oh. Okay. Okay, there we go. Not really any good drops. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go up top, refill my prayer, and I'm gonna try again. Okay, let me climb through. Stop. Oh, there we go. I had to click down there. I was confused there. Okay. I'm gonna go refill my prayer and we'll try again. Alright, we're going in for kill 2. I also realized I had a strength potion that I didn't use at all. So that would have helped, and probably not much. It just gives us slightly higher hits. If a max hit a 19, I don't know. It might have just been 18 before. I'm not entirely sure, but my hope is that this one goes a lot smoother. If I can time this. Kind of hard to flick the melee and dodge the rubble. We'll definitely use less prayer too once we get the bone mace, because we'll also be hitting him real hard. The bone mace does like an extra 10 damage to rats, so that'll help us a lot with this fight. I might just have to accept right now that I'm going to be using prayer pots to make it through my current stuff. Let's not stand on where the rocks are. I need to get better at turning the prayer off right after he hits me. Oh, I messed it up. I don't know why I clicked to toggle off the melee. I think this is going smoother than before. Let's see if we can flick a little. Where's he going? It's going to the cheese. So far, so good. You know, I don't want to jinx us, but so far we've gotten luckier with rat spawns, I think. Oh, almost got hit by those rocks. Maybe I did get hit by those rocks. I'm not sure. Let me take a sip. It's fights like these that I definitely see the appeal of the fixed layout. So it's not as far of a click as I'm trying to dodge like the rocks and whatnot. Let's just eat a lobster here. Okay, if we could stop hitting zeros. Alright, he's going into his last phase. Now we got some rats. Let's take out the rats. Yeah, it's this clicking, like trying to move, trying to hit the rats while swapping prayer that... Move. So I definitely see the appeal of fixed. Oh, I also need to take a sip of a prayer potion. Let's eat up. We're taking a hit from that. Lots of rocks. We gotta watch it. We just remain calm. Remain calm. Okay, we need to move. I think we just take the ones from the rats right now. Taking care of the rats is really hard without the bone mace. There we go. Second kill. Nothing really useful there. Take the lobsters, though. Alright, we're gonna go refill the prayer and get back to it. Well, like a fool, I forgot to record the third kill, but we got a rune med helm. That's a little bit of money. We'll high out that. Still no spine. I forget what the drop change to the spine is. I want to say it's like 1 in 16 or 1 in 32. It'll be on screen right now. You'll see. But we're going to go refill our prayer again and keep at it. Kill number 4. Oh. Wait, perfect. What does it mean by perfect? What achievement is that? Either way, no spine. But rune med shield, that's more money. How much is that? Examine. That's 23,000. That's a lot where we're at right now. What is that combat achievement though? Kill Scurrius in a private instance without taking damage from the following attacks: tail wipe, falling bricks, pray correctly against them. Oh, okay. So basically, Scurrius did no damage to me. The damage I took was from the little rats. Well, you know, that's a sign of improvement, so we'll take that. There we go, kill number 5. What we getting? Nothing. Alrighty then. There's number 6. Nothing important. Sad. Another kill, another rune square shield. Another kill, what we got? Oh, we got the spine! Oh, shoot, I didn't see that at first. Let me get out of here. Oh, that's gonna make such a big difference. I wasn't expecting it to get it that soon. That was only our 8th kill. We just got spooned that pretty much. Honestly, I was expecting to be sitting there for quite some time, but now we can go make the bone mace and you can see how big of a difference that makes to our kills. So there's actually a few different bone weapons we could make, but we are gonna just make the bone mace because that'll do us the best. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I need to be smithing level 35. I'm pretty sure there's a guy I can pay to make this for me. Do I want to? Hold up. All right, so there's a dude down here in the sewers who will make it for us for 50,000. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. We've gotten more than that from Scurrius, so in my head, not losing much money. Think he's over here? Yes, he is. Make me the thing. There we go, bone mace. Now, on normal enemies, it's not all that special, but against rats, it does a bunch of extra damage. It does 10 extra adds. Let me hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. It adds 10 damage to our max hit against rats. All types of rats, not just Scurrius, but Scurrius is the big one. So you'll see how this affects our fight. It's gonna make it so much easier. All right, here we go with our mace. No, no, don't walk there. Okay, I thought I was gonna hit by rocks. I thought I was about to be off to a bad start. You can see I already hit a 24, another 24. Before with potions, our max hit was 19. It makes a big difference here, but the bigger difference is going to be when he summons the little rats. That's where we'll see the biggest change. It also helps a lot with here, because these bigger hits help us to out-damage his heals. Look at this. I'm kind of bad at it. But you kind of get the point. Like, I killed those guys so much faster than I did before. I don't like 2s. I don't like seeing those little numbers. Or a 1, okay. We don't need that either. You can see it one-ticks the little rats. They get way faster. And if I get better at it, it'll even go faster. My clicks ain't that great. I didn't mean to drink a prayer potion now. I mean, my clicks aren't good. Took some hits from him there because I wasn't praying melee. That's fine. There we go, we just chunk them down. There we go. And only lobster, of course. Well, I accidentally drank a prayer pot, and I don't know that I would have made it through without drinking one, but definitely as I improve, just managing everything, it'll be a lot easier to get through without having to use a prayer pot. And then I can just basically farm them as much as I want. Especially as the better I do on the prayers, if I can make it the whole fight without eating any food, then I can just farm them as much as I want. Back for round 2 with the mace. Let's see if we can clean this up a bit. Not mess up. Okay, turn melee off. I really just need to get better at turning these prayers off when I don't need them. If he's not shooting at me, I don't need to have it up. And when we get to the last phase of him in the middle, that's where I start kind of messing it up, trying to deal with dodging the rocks, the little rats, and turning the prayers on and off. I think it's mostly just the end that I need to improve at. That was clean. I didn't turn the magic off as soon as I should have, but that's fine. I am also taking some hits here, not getting my melee up in time. Alright, I'm messing up the prayer again. I need to move. Keep this guy out. Let's just finish him off, then we'll take the rats. Okay, well, he hits me with a ranged attack. But we did get through that without using a prayer potion, and that's the biggest thing. If I can get through without having to eat any food, that's good too. But because even if I get low, I can eat out of this, right? Oh, no, it's still on cooldown from the last kill. That's fine. But yeah, and a rune med helm. So, more money. It's actually pretty great. I mean, we get good combat XP, especially with the higher max hit. But then also the rune equipment he drops, high alchs money. So I feel like I might see myself killing a bunch of him. I also just need to get the practice down. If I can't do him smoothly, I don't think I'm going to be able to do later bosses that require managing even more stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to do them smoothly either. So... And this guy, Scurrius, is definitely a lot safer in terms of not getting myself killed to do and practice on. So I'll probably kill him a bunch. So I high alched the drops we got from Scurrius. Got ourselves a nice little 79k to add to the bank, which is pretty nice. But with that, sadly, it is the end of the week. My methodology for getting my herb lore took a long time. And that took up a lot of the week. But these are the skills we're at. We're over 1,000 total level now, which is great to see. Next week is probably just a lot of questing. There's just a ton of quests I need to knock out. And hopefully maybe I can start getting the ranged up. And I really want to do hunter. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to do. I'm not sure what will be next, you know, but probably questing will be involved at some point. So we can just start knocking out more of those off the list. We're also at a month on the account, and this is our playtime so far during that month. I have been putting in a lot of time to try to get my levels up, and I might not be leveling things the most efficient way possible. I'm pretty sure the herb lore I did was pretty bad. I also didn't really do any quests for it when I did it, so could have been faster. But yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.